Hello, it's Burgess Taylor, and it's Writer Wednesday. Actually, today we're going to do some answers to the questions from the Q&A, and then I'm going to give you my word count for Camp NaNo as of right now, and we're going to talk about how things are going otherwise. But first, I wanted to answer some questions. I didn't get a whole lot. Jen asked about my jewelry. These are Celtic. The designs, their earrings and the necklace match perfectly. And the ring is that same kind of Celtic design. This is an amethyst. My jewelry is pretty much all white gold or sterling silver, and it is not the sterling silver or the white gold with that layer of whatever that is that makes it bright white shiny stuff, because that actually has nickel in it, and I'm allergic to that, so I cannot wear it. Jen asked me about my bracelet with the disc. It's actually just like the Tiffany necklace that I have with the disc. I don't wear it very often. It's kind of chunky and heavy. I wear it like for fancy stuff when I want to dress up. But I have meant to have something engraved on it. I have not. I was going to put our wedding date on it. I went somewhere to get it engraved. They don't do engraving. So I have to find a place that actually does engraving. My watch is an Anne Klein watch that my brother gave me for my birthday a couple years ago. My wedding set is older than I am. It is white gold. It clicks together. My father, my real father, bought it for my mother when he wanted to propose to her. So it's a family heirloom, and since my father passed away when I was young, it's extremely sentimental to me. The stone in it is extremely gorgeous, the diamond. It's not very big. It's like in between, it's about a 0.40, so it's almost a half a carat, but not quite. This is just one of those little tri-bands that's, that's together. It's sterling silver, but it is kind of dark. I need to clean it. So that's pretty much what I wear. The bangle bracelets, one says love, believe, and dream. One is a smaller version of this. It just doesn't have a pendant on it. And then one is kind of like a braided. And then that's the Fitbit. I should have gotten a large. I'm going to need to get an extender unless I lose some weight. It fits. It's just not comfortable with the bracelets. I don't know if I'm going to have to put the bracelets all over here or what, because I can't not wear my watch. And although this has the time on it, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to not wear my watch. So I may have to get a band extender or something. That's my jewelry. That was what Jen asked about. Cheryl asked about whether I thought you should wait on the muse to write or have a daily routine to write. To be honest, I think it really just depends. I'm one of those people that if I waited for the muse, I would not get very much writing done. I would not. However, if the muse hits me and it's not a normal time for me to write, then I write. Even if it means staying up a little later. And right now I'm trying to redo a routine and a schedule because am really trying to change things completely up and not smoke. And I'm trying to walk and lose weight and substitute a bad habit for a good habit. I got the Fitbit in at like 4:30 in the afternoon. I walked a mile in the morning with my daughter. Between the 4:30 in the afternoon and then the evening, I actually walked almost 4,500 steps, so not that bad at all. Let's see. So far this evening, I've went 191 steps, and that's tonight because it's after midnight. So yeah, the video's late. But yeah, like I said, I did like right at, so that's doing pretty good. That has nothing to do with the jewelry or with what Cheryl asked me about. I have ADHD, bicycle hat, squirrel. So let me get back to what I was talking about. Writing and breaking up my routine if the muse hits, and trying to get into a better routine because I am trying to change things and pretty much getting up in the morning, getting coffee and cigarette and writing my morning pages, writing in general. Yeah. So I'm trying to change that routine up so that it's not that's not part of it. And I'm doing pretty good with the no smoking. I've had about a total of half a pack since Saturday night. One of the other questions was from Vixen Black, and she asked if I color in adult coloring books, and I don't. I do think that things like that are really good ideas for relieving stress and keeping creative and things like that. I think those help with the muse that Cheryl was asking about. But I'm a firm believer in writing something every day, whether it's in a journal or it's your morning pages or it's on your novel or something. I believe that you should be in the habit of writing something every day. Now, maybe it's not actually working on your novel, but I believe you should be writing something every day. One of the other questions was, and I can't remember her name and I didn't write it, what made you want to start writing? I wanted to start writing when I was in elementary school. My father died and I was already an avid reader, but I became more of an avid reader. And I had a bunch of books. This was one of them. Snoopy and It Was a Dark and Stormy Night by Charles W. Schultz. I thought I wanted a typewriter. If you look behind me, there's my red typewriter from when I was a kid. You know, to excuse the notebooks and stuff on there. I've got some projects going on. Then I started reading bigger books at a better look, a older level. I went up and I ended up reading E.B. White's Stuart Little and Trumpet of the Swan and Charlotte's Web. Now, Charlotte's Web is like one of those favorites for most people, but Stuart Little was my favorite. I like Charlotte's Web, don't get me wrong, but Stuart Little was the bomb. Stuart Little put me in the middle of the story. It was like, oh, yes. I felt like I was Stuart Little and I was in that little car. And then I read C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and that one hooked me, and then I started reading more of them. But to me, that one is Prince Caspian are two of my, those are more of my favorites. The first two, I love those. I have them in paperback behind me. They are right there in that corner, the white ones that you see in the very corner from when I was a kid. These are books from the 70s, y'all. My editions are. Then in 1977, when I was in the 5th grade, but Mrs. Whitted, my teacher, started reading Salem's Lot aloud to us, and then she would let us read different portions of the chapter. We read like a chapter or two every day during our reading English, and I got hooked. I got so hooked on that book that I ended up going to the big library, not the school library because they didn't have it. Went to the big library. It was at elementary school, y'all, and I'm in the 5th grade here, so I went to the big library, and I could read adult books, like library card, so I could read pretty much anything. I checked out Salem's Lot. I read it on my own. I went ahead of what we were reading in class, and then I reread as we were reading in class. Then my mom got me the book, and I have the hardback version of this, actually, but this is my version from then. This is the one that I ended up with, and you can tell it is well loved. 1975. It was still rather new when I got it. Still one of my favorite. I love Stephen King. I'm an avid Stephen King fan. But once I started reading Stephen King's books, because my mom had the book Christine and she also had Carrie. Once I read those, that was it. I was hooked. I am still an avid Stephen King fan, but Stephen King is who made me realize that all books didn't have to sound like, although I love the books, the Chronicles of Narnia, all books didn't have to sound like Shakespeare. All books didn't have to sound like Edgar Allan Poe. They didn't have to sound like Hemingway. They didn't have to sound like a certain genre, or they didn't have to be like romance kind of books like Danielle Steele and Nora Roberts, though I am a huge Nora Roberts fan. I like her writing as Nora and her writing as J.D. Robb. So once I realized that writing could be like this, it could throw me smack dab in the middle of the story, I got hooked, and I've wanted to write ever since then. Now my dream is to get a red typewriter, an adult one, like that one back there. I had a gray one that had belonged to my aunt. It got dropped during a move and completely broke apart. those are the questions. I think I got one other one, either on Facebook or on Twitter. I'm not real sure. I think there was one on Twitter, and I think I've missed it. People have asked a few questions since then that weren't on that video. One of the other things was, how long have Mr. Rockstar and I been together? In July, we will have been officially dating for 5 years, and then in September, we will have been married for 4 years. And we met through mutual friends. We shared quite a few mutual friends. We were in some of the same places and around those same friends, just never at the same time. We could have met like years earlier. Another question was, somebody asked how old I am. And I've said it in some videos. I guess I haven't really made it clear. I'm 48 years old. I will be 49 in July. My son is 27. He will be 28 in June. And my youngest, my daughter, is 24. She turns 25 in October. My grandson will be 4 in July, and my stepdaughter she'll be 17 in December. My husband's going to freak out when he realizes how old. He's still thinking in the mindset that she's like 9. And then the last question was just, when am I going to show footage, flip throughs of what I'm working on with the journals and stuff like that. I will do that soon. I will try to get a video made maybe tomorrow or Friday. I will try to do that. Fridays is the fitness, and I'm actually doing pretty good with that. But I'll try to get a journal video updated. Maybe I'll do what journals I have and what journals I'm currently using and what I'm trying to do with journals. Because to me, journals, it's such a work in progress for me. I'm still trying to kind of find perfect journal peace. I don't think I will, though, ever, because I love notebooks and pen and paper and journals so much that staying in just one journal, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to not have multiple journals in use at one time. I would love to. I seriously would love to. Camp NaNo, I have 34,703 words. What's in Camp NaNo right now? I updated it earlier today, but I've actually written some since then, but I haven't put it in. But not bad. I'm getting there. So I gotta work a little harder. And I hope you guys have a good one. That's it for this. I'm trying to get used to wearing this, and I'm gonna have to look up that thing I put on Pinterest about the extender, because I got a feeling I'm gonna need it. And that's what I got going on. I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.